Okay, good evening, my powerful MBP family. Good evening, it's after 4, and little Kayla should be home from school soon. So, I just wanted to share a story with you guys because you know what? A lot of times we feel embarrassed, about our situations in life, and we sit in our testimonies and we feel afraid to share our testimonies. But as I said in times gone by, if people don't know what's going on, then a lot of times it's hard for us to get support. And so today, what I want to share is just a quick story, and how the God that we serve, how He works. You know, I remembered that I was just here, and then I was watching another video, and um, as I sat here, it's been rainy all morning, like early in the morning, cloudy, little rain here and there. Then the thunder started, our first booming thunder started today. And it has been raining, 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 raining. It's now after 4, as I said, and it is still raining. So you all know this time is not my pretty time because but I like the quiet rain. But I needed to share the story because so often you hear people that are going through some things, and you wonder if sometimes the doctor's diagnosis is what it really says it is. And while I sat here, put my feet up on the hassock and sat here, I remembered when doctors in Texas were doing open heart surgeries on people and collecting these huge monies, and come to find out it was not true. The people did not need those open heart surgeries. But when you're not well, or when you go to these doctors and they tell you something, you tend to hold on to it. You have to believe it because that's what they studied. They studied the body and how it functions. And so I was just going through and reflecting, and this is, I would call it a story, but also a reflection, because it started out of me reflecting on the medical system and how people sometimes greed in all aspects, the corruptions. Sabbath's sermon talked about the corruptions, not only with justice of the peace, who are signing papers that are not true, but in every aspect. The car places for you, to motor vehicle, department of motor vehicles, tax office, all of them, you want to get something done, you got to pass them some money. Otherwise, you're not going to get it. Or every time you go to get something done, everybody goes so slowly. As I said, I tried to open a bank account, and it took months. I wasn't going to pay money to have an account open. But the questions they were asking, how much was in my bank account, how much savings I had, where did I get the money? Oh my God. So all those things are coming back to me as I thought about the sermon and I watched the video. And so I decided to just give a testimony of a situation I went through when I had my twin daughters. So yes, I'm just here to talk about how God works in mysterious ways, His wonders to perform. So I had my twin daughters. As I said, when I was pregnant with them, I was just thinking it was one baby. Went to clinic to see my doctor. I had a nurse practitioner, and the main doctor The doctor himself, I would see him, I think every 3 months or something like that. But she was the one who was doing the care. And I would go to her at 3 months, she would be doing the, the ultrasound, the thing, checking for the heartbeat. And every time she would comment, boy, this baby is so active. I just took the heartbeat over this side, and I come on this side and the baby move already around here. But I was saying, how come I wasn't feeling the baby moving? She's feeling the baby move because she is getting a second heartbeat, but in a different spot. But I never felt the baby kicked or turned. It went on, it went on, it went on until I was in my, is it the third trimester? Yeah, the third try. The main doctor now, he advanced now, so he's the one now, he took over the care. So he took listened for the heartbeat, and something wasn't right for him, and he says, I need you to go get a sonogram done. In those days, you had to drink and drink and drink and drink. You had to drink and drink. You couldn't pee. But they let you come to the facility, and you just sit there and you drink and drink and drink until your bladder was so full, and then they would do the sonogram. They called ultrasound sonogram, because the sonogram is going to take a picture of the baby. And when they did it, they realized I was having twins. So everybody got excited, like the person doing this said, whoa, we have a parent here, she's gonna have twins. Oh my God. And everybody, oh my God, that's so nice. But I wasn't excited. I just bust out crying. I was just crying because I'm saying, how am I gonna handle 2 kids? And anyhow, I ended up had to do a C-section. And the whole thing with these twins, when I went and they sent the report to the doctor, they sent the report. I went back to my next clinic appointment. I had stopped working, I think, like a week, and then I went to the clinic appointment. I was strong, I was young and strong, because I walked, where we lived in New York at the time, I walked to the clinic and I walked back home and carrying the twins. But so I tell them, I say, all of this meat is you. All of these big arms, it's you. But when I went, he said to me, what are you doing here? And he says, it was the 9th, August 9th, I went to see him. And he says, what are you doing here? I'm not even going to send over your paperwork. I'm giving it to you to put yourself in the hospital tomorrow morning. You get over there because these babies are due on August, on the 11th, I think he said, or something like that, or the 10th, something he said. And so the night I went home, and sure enough, I started seeing signs, and that we had a helper at the house. My mom had left this lady with us because she did live-in work. I was pregnant, and I had my little sister. She was about 6, and my little niece, she was 5. And we were left there at the house, and my sister was there too, which I think she was doing sleeping work as well. Or she didn't, whatever it was, but she had a lady there with us, and the lady went with me the morning, and we took a taxi to the hospital. When we went to the hospital, this lady, a doctor, she checked me out and she says, oh, you're not even ready yet. You need to go back home and wait till you're how many centimeters dilated. Thank God for this doctor. I never forgot his name, Dr. Kennedy, who, when she said I should go back home, he says, let me see those papers. And when I showed him the papers and he saw that it was twins, he said, she can't go back home. She's going to have twins. And he was the one who took me in. I'm telling you, at the time I went to church, and you're pregnant, they really disfellowship you, they don't, they take away their membership from you. But I still went to church regardless. And I still prayed to God. And I was there, and it was a little, one twin was ready to be born, and the other twin, she wasn't ready. And so they sent me down to do something, and when I came back, they said, oh, we're going to have to do surgery. My sister, I heard that, they started crying. Everybody's crying. But my aunt showed up, and my aunt stayed with me. And I knew that when they pushed me to the thing with the lights and over my face and all of that, that when they pushed me in, that she was there. And I heard when she said, Bev, everything is going to be okay. That aunt has passed away from cancer. May her soul rest in peace. And Aunt Cass stayed there with me, and after I remembered when I went under, people were so, you couldn't understand it because I was nervous as hell, just nervous. But she told me, and I remembered they said to me, this is for you and the babies. But I didn't know if they said to just breathe or to hold my breath. I didn't know. So I was there holding my breath. And then I couldn't hold it anymore, and I just said, just in my mind, I'm saying, the Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want. And I just kept saying it until I guess I passed out. I don't know. But then I remember when they woke me up and they said, it's 2 girls. And my aunt was still there when I came out, and they took me into recovery. I remembered when I tried to get up, and when I needed to pee or something, and I'm begging the girl to come and help me. And she says, no, you got to do it on your own. And I'm begging her, I said, please, nurse, could you please come help me? Because, they cut through your belly, all the muscles in your belly, and it was hard. And so we went through the recovery room, they put you on the ward, and had the beautiful little girls. But I couldn't breastfeed them because I was taking antibiotics because of the surgery. And I am there, came home with my 2 babies, and about a month into being home, I found a lump in my left breast. Found a lump in my breast, and all of a sudden, you know what you think, cancer. Went to the doctor, he checked it out, he said I had to do surgery. Went back home, told my mom what the doctor said, told my aunt hissed her teeth and said, just get your warm water and your comb and just comb the breast, just comb your breast every day, just comb the breast. And I listened, and I would lift the breast up, I put the warm thing on it. Sometimes I put it a little too warm, and I combed it. I used a comb and I combed the breast. I comb it. So they set up for surgery. They told me I would have the surgery like next Thursday. They gave me the date, everything. I'm like, oh my God. But then, God is a great God, And the day of the surgery, guys, let me tell you, I could raise my hand. The day of the surgery, when I got up the morning and I'm feeling for the lump, there was no lump. There was nothing there. I am now how old I am. My daughters are how old they are. And I'm here. No surgery, no nothing. No surgery, no nothing. And today I said, let me share this. Because sometimes as soon as the doctor said, we said, okay. And we don't stop to look at alternatives or anything. Our minds just get into the dark abyss of despair, and we start just thinking of everything. Sometimes we can't even afford to pay these monies. But then we start, scraping up our little monies we had saved, doing this, doing that, trying to get a payment plan, doing everything because it's scary. Because you hear lump in the breast, it's cancer. But I'm here to tell you today that young people, if you're having children and you're not breastfeeding, the milk can become trapped in the little, whatever they call them, in the breast. And because it's not running out, it builds up. And so you just need to get your comb. Just get your comb and comb that area every day. Just comb it. Just comb it. What you're doing, you are releasing the things that are built up there. You're releasing them, and so that there won't be a lump there anymore. So guys, don't sit on your testimonies. Do not sit on your testimonies, because your testimony might be life-saving for somebody else. Make it a great day by choice, my people. Love, love, love one another. Please subscribe to the channel, like the channel, comment on the video. Tell me, do you have an experience similar to mine? Was there a time when they said you're going to have surgery and need surgery, but then God pulled you through, just like He opened the Red Sea for Moses, and so those people could pass through? Has He done miracles like those for you as well? Tell me in the comments. And so again, thanks and welcome to all you new subscribers. Remember, don't just subscribe and come and be part of the family. Be a full part where you're watching and you're liking the videos and the advertisements on the videos. Don't forget to go over to Each One Helps One and subscribe, like the video, watch the video, like it and share it out so that we can bring that channel to a family setting as well. Take good care of yourselves. God still sits on the throne.